This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8, from the top. All the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live and multiply and go in and possess the land which Yahweh swore unto your fathers. And thou shalt remember.
Thou shalt what?
Remember all the way which Yahweh thy power led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what was in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no.
Right, so he was proving us. Matter of fact, give me wisdom of Solomon 16. Give me wisdom of Solomon 16. All right, and it's going to go into how when we went into the, we got brought out of the land of Egypt. Then we got fed the quail, right? And then our people obviously getting mad, but it was really like we just read, what? To prove us. So give me wisdom of Solomon 16. You there? Verse 6.
This is wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 6. But they were troubled for a small season.
They were troubled for a small season, right? Because when you go into the history, what happened in the wilderness, you got the, it tells you earlier in the chapter, you had the snake, right? And those that looked on it were saved. Those that got bit were saved, right? Other people died. Go ahead.
That they might be admonished.
They might be admonished, right? Just like proved, admonished. The same thing. Go ahead.
Having a sign.
A what?
A sign of salvation. To put them in remembrance.
To do what?
Put them in remembrance of the commandment of thy law.
It's the same thing we just read. To put you in remembrance of the commandments of your law. Give me Job 8 and 8. All right? Because that's what we got to do, especially with tabernacles, is to remember what we've gone through. Because what? The past affects the future. We're not going to know where we're going if we didn't know where we came from. Right?
Remember the days of old.
Do what?
Remember the days of old.
Remember the days of old. Go ahead.
Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee. Thy elders, and they will tell thee.
And they'll tell you. And I'm sure brothers were asking there, hey, well, how was the 40 years in the wilderness?
Right.
They were telling, it was hell. What's going on, brother? You got a question? Just listen. What's your nationality, according? What's your nationality? You one of the 12 tribes? You're not so sure? Do you know your father's nationality?
Yeah, my people came from East Texas.
East Texas, right? So so-called African American.
Yeah, Sugar Land,
Well,
Texas.
most likely you'd be from the tribe of Judah, right? So what encompasses being an Israelite is coming back to the Most High God, right? Matter of fact, give me Colossians 2 and 11, or 1 and 21, right? Because us knowing that we're Israelites, us formerly being in the world, committing all kind of wicked deeds, through the blood of Yahweh Shai, we're able to become reconciled back to the Father. So what comes with that is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Because that's what Christ died for us, is to come back to the Father. All right, so bring that out.
The book of Colossians chapter 1 verse 21. And you that were sometime alienated and enemies in your mind.
In your what?
In your mind.
In your minds, go ahead.
By wicked works.
By wicked works, go ahead.
Yet now have he reconciled.
Right, and the word reconcile, when you go into the etymology of it, comes from two Latin words, re and conciliare. Re meaning back, and conciliare meaning bring together.
Right.
So what does it mean to be reconciled? To be brought back together. That's what Christ died for, so that brothers like you, brothers like all of us right here, can be brought back to the Father.
Right.
Right, so with that, gave me Deuteronomy 10 and 12. You got a question or something?
No, I'm just listening.
Okay, I got a question for you. Give me that sign.
For me?
Yeah. Who is this? Who is this right here?
What's up?
Who is this?
Well,
without the horns.
I'm looking at a very Renaissance depiction of Christ that by no means represents what he looked like.
Right. So you would say this is not historically accurate depiction of him.
The horns.
Without the horns.
That's not a historically accurate depiction.
Okay, without the horns.
Yeah, without the horns.
Okay, why isn't it historically accurate?
Because everyone knows that in Bronze Age, Levant,
the Levant region, right?
Dark skin, big nose. That's the way Jesus looked.
Right. So why do we see this image?
Because Catholic history, you know, the Catholic Church adopted a very Italian Renaissance imagery of Christ in the 13th or so century to depict Christ.
You're right, you're close. 15th, 14th century, right? Now, why did they do that?
I don't know why they did it. I think that it's natural for a culture to want to depict their Messiah as looking like themselves.
Really? So it's natural. So how come Asian people, how come we don't see the Asian Jesus?
That's true.
Why do we only see this white depiction of Christ propagated throughout the four corners of humanity?
I don't know, but definitely leads you to believe that there's definitely an ethnic supremacy aspect to the
Ethnic supremacy.
ancient, not ancient, but Renaissance age depictions of Christ.
So you agree that this image was used to essentially say that if Christ is white, white people are ethnically superior?
You know, I think that's been co-opted. I'm not sure if that was the original intention, but it's definitely an effect. Sure.
So what you got?
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
Right, like Caesar Borgia. This man who you see right there on the ground is historically, he's an actual person. His name is Caesar Borgia, the son of Rodrigo Borgia. Right? He was a murderer. He was he practiced incest with his sister. Right. This is a man, when you actually read in the Bible, they depicted this man to be Christ. Right. Which you were correct. Why? For ethnic superiority, to try to push that inferiority complex on God's chosen people. Because here it is, if Christ is white and God is white, then damn, we gotta treat the white man special. Right? That's why if you were to kill me right now, you get off, most likely. Right? But if one of these brothers would have killed me, they'd go straight to jail. Why? Because you were looked at as God in the society. Do you think you're a God in the society?
Hell no.
Who do you think is more superior, you or me?
Well, I think you're going to say I think you're a black Hebrew Israelite.
Yeah.
That's true?
So-called black Hebrew Israelite, yeah. Now, without even going into so-called black Hebrew Israelite, as they point, who is more superior, you or me? Let's just analyze it.
In the eyes of God?
Sure.
Well, you're going to say you.
Yeah, I'm asking you. I'm not asking about me. I'm asking you.
I'm going to say that we're all equal.
We're all equal. Really? How are we all equal?
Well, we're not equal in the eyes of God because
wait a minute. I thought we were all equal.
Some children are adopted into God's family by the salvation of Christ.
Okay, so who does salvation of Christ pertain to?
Anyone that calls upon His name.
Anyone that calls. Give me Psalm 18:40. Psalm 18:40.
The book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 1.
Yeah.
What advantage then have the Jews?
Do Jews have an advantage?
Do Jews have an advantage?
Yeah.
This is Romans?
Yeah.
Paul says in Romans that Jews do have an advantage because their heritage, because the oracles of God have been revealed to them.
Right. So they're better than people, right? They have an advantage.
Well, they have an advantage just like someone that grew up middle class has an advantage, you know?
Okay, but hold on. That's a false equivalency because we're talking about a middle class in an evil world. Galatians, the first chapter, tells you that this is a present evil world. Right. So you're going to equate a wicked world to the eyes of the Most High. That's you're not going to can't do that. So give me Psalm 18:40 because you said salvation pertains to anyone who calls upon His name, right? So historically, anyone who's called on the name of the Father, have they been saved?
Anyone who calls upon the name of the Father.
Yes. Anyone who calls on God, have they historically been saved?
You can only come to the Father except the Son.
Before Christ.
Have they been saved?
They call on the Father.
In Hebrews it says it was counted as righteousness unto them because they believed in the promise.
Okay. Well, we're going to get the promise, right? But give me Psalm 18:40.
This is Psalm chapter 18, verse 40. Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies.
He said, David said, thou hast also given me the necks of thine enemies, of my enemies, go ahead.
That I might destroy them.
That I might destroy them.
That hate me.
That hate me. Keep going.
They cried.
They cried.
But there is none to save them.
There was none to save them. So they cried unto God, but they weren't getting saved. Why? Because it's not for them. Keep going.
Even unto the Lord, but He answered them not.
They cried unto the Lord, but He answered them not. You see that? So keep going. Keep going.
Verse 42. Then did I beat them small as the dust before the wind.
So you had people crying unto God.
Right.
But yet the Most High didn't hear them. Right. And to beat them as the dust. Go ahead.
I did cast them out as the dirt in the streets.
That doesn't sound like salvation to me. That sounds like getting destroyed. Go ahead.
Thou hast delivered me from the strivings of the people, and thou hast made me the head of the heap of people whom I have not known shall serve me.
Shall serve them. So why is it that you're coming with one thing when the Bible says something totally contrary?
What about Timothy saying it is the will of God that
Hold on. You want to have a decent dialogue? Yes? Okay, well, then you can't start jumping to whole different places. You got to deal with what I brought up. I asked you a question. I said, you're saying one thing, but the Bible is saying something totally contrary. Why is that?
Because the Bible holds different truths in tension to each other.
Where's that?
Go to Timothy. Let's find the verse.
I need you to explain.
All men includes white people.
Okay, so are all men going to be saved? Are all men going to be saved?
Hell no.
Well, so what does that mean then? Come on, man. Come on, bro. We're not, listen, bro. We're not. I know you've seen us on YouTube with all you're some dumb, college, high school dropouts. We're God's chosen people.
That's right.
You're not going to come out here and outsmart any of us. I got 12-year-old brothers who confound you. I promise you. Go ahead.
This book of Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16.
Yeah.
Lest there be any fornicator.
What's a fornicator?
Anyone that has sex outside God's design for sex.
Oh, okay, you're correct. Go ahead.
Or a profane person, as Esau.
Who's Esau?
Esau was the one that God hated.
Okay, who is he today? Who do we see him as today?
Who do we see him as?
Yeah, what people are descended from the Edomites today?
Well, you're going to say white people.
Yeah.
But I don't look at my family tree. I didn't see them there. I mean, for all the sense of Noah, Ham, Shem, and Japheth.
Okay, what does that have to do with? Maybe Deuteronomy 32?
Who for one morsel of meat showed his birthright, for ye know how that afterwards, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected.
So Esau was rejected. Go ahead.
For he found no place of repentance.
Esau didn't find any place of repentance. Go ahead.
Though he sought it carefully with
He
tears.
cried unto God, please God. He did it. So here you say, anyone who calls on him. Well, we just got two witnesses. We got Psalms and we got Hebrews that clearly disqualify that. Right? So now, what I want. Deuteronomy 32, because you made a statement. We all come from Noah, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Okay.
Got the shotgun?
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nation.
When he did what?
Divided to the nation.
Are we supposed to be divided?
Divided?
Yeah.
Paul says that there should be unity amongst the people.
So are we supposed to be divided? Would God divide nations?
Well, he divided nations, the Tower of Babel.
Okay, would he, other than Tower of Babel, would he divide the descendants of Noah, Ham, Shem, and Japheth?
Would he divide them?
Yeah.
They need to be divided.
Only one son got the birthright.
So what?
Only one son got the birthright from Noah.
Okay, so I'm asking you, that doesn't answer my question. Should we be divided or should we be united? Hold that, give me Matthew 25. Hold that, give me Matthew 25.
Yeah.
Matthew 25 and 31. When Christ comes back, is he going to unify people or is he going to cast other people away? Or is he going to separate?
He's going to rule the nations with a rod of iron.
Okay, is he going? I'm asking you though. That's true. But is he going to separate people or bring them together?
He is going to bring together his true church.
Okay.
And separate the nations.
He's going to separate the nation, but you said we're supposed to be unified.
Yeah, the believers. His
We
church.
need to
Oh,
be
who's the
divided.
church? Hold that. Get Acts 7:38. Get Acts 7:38.
I'm not setting myself for anything. I love it when people preach the word. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
It's the book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 38. This is he that was in the church
The church.
in the wilderness.
Who was in the wilderness? John.
Jesus. A couple people in the world is.
Who is this?
Give him the context.
Go ahead.
Give him the context.
Verse 37. This is that Moses,
Moses. Go ahead.
which said unto the children of Israel,
The children of Israel. Go ahead.
a prophet shall the Lord your God raise up unto you of your brethren, like unto me, him shall ye hear. This is he that was in the church in the wilderness.
So during the time of Moses, who was in the wilderness?
All the Israelites.
All the Israelites. So who was the church?
Well, I mean,
gulp. You know when you're nervous. You know when you're nervous, you gulp. You know, you swallow your spit. Keep going.
This is he that was in the church in the wilderness with the angel which spake of him in the Mount Sinai.
In the what?
In the Mount Sinai.
Were white people here with the children of Israel at the Mount Sinai?
And with our fathers.
Our fathers.
Who received the lively oracles to give unto us.
Right, the law. So what do you guys say about that? What's your name?
Duncan.
Duncan. What you got to say about that, Duncan? You got dunked on, Duncan.
Why are you...
What's up?
I don't understand. I came by because you were preaching the word and I liked it. I don't really understand the adversarial. Like, why is
adversarial?
You versus me? Why is this you versus me?
Why is it you versus me?
Okay.
I'll tell you why it's you versus me. Because God ordained it to be you versus me. If it wasn't you versus me, why would your people go to the shores of West Africa and kidnap my ancestors? It wasn't you versus me. It's been you versus me for the past 500 years. But now that Duncan is got white guilt in the streets of Dallas, Texas, now it's, oh, we need to unify. That sounds pretty, but I guarantee you, Duncan, if both of us apply for the same job, and let's say I'm more qualified than you, you're going to get it, and you're going to be happy you got it.
Okay, how do the social issues deal, how does it
tie into the Bible?
Yeah.
So the Bible doesn't deal with social issues?
Well, tell me how the social issues of your grievances, how does that tie into the Word of God?
How does it? Did Christ speak on social issues? So why can I speak on social issues?
No, man.
Okay, so what's the problem?
What's the problem here?
So why did you even say, why did you even ask the question, why does the Bible have to do with social issues? Can you answer that? Why did you ask that?
I asked that because the kingdom of God transcends the social issues.
The kingdom of God transcends the social issues. Okay, well, do social issues have to do with the kingdom of God? Are there going to be social issues in the kingdom of God?
Not within the millennial kingdom.
Not in the millennial kingdom. In Revelation, the 2nd chapter, are all nations going to be equal in the kingdom of God?
All nations will, every knee will bow, every tongue will confess to Christ.
Okay, are we going to be equal though? That's what I'm asking. Is there going to be a social hierarchy in the kingdom of heaven? Yes or no?
Isaiah 14.
Yeah, let's just go to the Bible.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 26. And he that overcometh, and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
Over the nations, go ahead.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father.
Because when you read Psalm the 2nd chapter, Christ is going to rule over the nations with a rod of iron as well. So if we have Israelites ruling over the heathen with a rod of iron, breaking them to shivers, how is there this post-racial millennial kingdom according to you? On the phone of friends? Right. Come on, bring that out.
Psalms chapter 73, verse 8.
Yeah.
They are corrupt.
They are what?
Are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
They do what?
Speak wickedly concerning oppression.
Is oppression a social issue?
Absolutely.
Okay, so the Bible just said there are certain people who speak wickedly concerning oppression. So they speak wickedly concerning a social issue. Right? Right. So there's a social issue right there.
What about justice belongs to the Lord?
Okay. You said what?
Justice belongs to the Lord.
Justice. Where's that at?
Psalms.
Psalms got what? How many chapters? 100. Go ahead.
Hey, talking about judgment.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 25 and 14.
Yeah.
And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
Right, so the Most High, of course, all justice comes from the Most High, but he uses certain people to execute justice, right? Right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So what was the point of even... See, every time you make a statement, right, it's totally against the Bible. So what we have to do is then actually go to the Bible and prove what the Bible is actually saying, because you keep saying things that are contrary to the Bible. Why is that? You read the Bible, right?
I do read the Bible.
I mean, how often do you read it? You go to seminary school?
No, not yet.
No, you class? One day, right?
Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 20. Thou art my battle axe axe and weapons of war.
Right.
For with thee will I break in pieces the nation, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
Right, so he said the nation of Israel is going to be the one that's used to destroy the kingdom. So yeah, judgment hopefully comes from the Father, but he uses certain people. In the same way, right, the scripture say that the Most High gave the law to Israel, right? But it also says Moses gave the law to Israel. What does that mean? The Most High used the mediator to give the law to Israel. The same way that, of course, all judgment comes from the Father, but in certain cases, he will use individuals to execute that judgment.
Right.
Can you agree to that?
Sure. What's your name?
My name is Hassan.
Hassan. Can I get a drink of water?
No. Why? Because your people have literally made my people dehydrated for the past 500 years.
That's right.
You said that whoever gives a little one a drink of water in my name will by no means lose his word.
You said what?
Whoever gives a little one, I'm little.
Yeah, you are.